Hi everyone, and welcome to the Say As It Is with Pete podcast series. I'm Pete, your host, and each week I will bring you some frank and honest conversations covering various topics from learning and development, apprenticeships, funding, HR, strengths, recruitment, ESG, well-being, ED&I, employability, and much, much more. So let's get this week's episode underway and say as it is. Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Say As It Is with Pete. And thank you very much for everybody that got involved in last month's episodes and gave some really good feedback and was really insightful in regards to ESG. And I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. And don't worry, there are more episodes planned in the series. So we are now entering June. So June is a month of all things wonderful. So it's not only Pride Month, but it's also L&D Month. So all the episodes throughout June will be focused on learning and development. And I've got some really good 4 interesting topics, but also watch out for 2, possibly 3 bonus episodes of Say As It Pete, as I will be dropping those very shortly, with some this week and over the next couple of weeks. But without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time, but kick off with this week's episode. So welcome to my podcast as we look at the benefits of continuous learning. So I am Pete, your curious host as always, and I'm going to be having a frank and honest conversation around this topic. And as I said, today we're going to explore why learning is an essential aspect of our lives, and how it can help us thrive, and how we can incorporate it into our daily routine. But first, what exactly is continuous learning? Well, it's the process of continually developing and enhancing your knowledge, your skills, and your abilities throughout your life. And it's about staying curious, exploring new ideas, and never settling for the mediocrity. Now, you always got to think we're always continuously learning from the moment we're born to the moment we die. So from cradle to grave, we always continuously learn. And nobody knows everything. And if you do know everything, then you must be some amazing walking, talking encyclopedia, or you are a walking, Google website, AI Android, I don't know. But anyway, we don't all know everything, and even I don't know everything, and I'm still learning. So let's look at some statistics. So in today's rapidly changing world, continuous learning has become more important than ever before. So in fact, according to a study by LinkedIn, yes, LinkedIn, because LinkedIn does do studies and has a LinkedIn learning section, employees who spend time learning are 47% less likely to be stressed. That's interesting. And 39% more likely to feel productive and successful. And 21% are more likely to receive a promotion. Interesting figures there. So let's dive into the benefits of continuous learning. So one of the things about continuous learning is personal growth. So first up, let's look at that one. Personal growth. Well, continuous learning can help you unlock your potential and achieve personal breakthroughs. It's about discovering your passions, pursuing your interests, and developing your talents. As the famous author Maya Angelou once said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, then change your attitude. And I would agree with Maya. But continuous learning and challenging yourself can help you break free from the limitations you set yourself and create a life of fulfilling and, well, a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. So now let's look at career advancement. So let's talk about that. So how continuous learning can help you advance in your career? Well, the job market is more competitive than ever before, as I think we all know, and employers are looking for candidates who can add value and stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies. As the billionaire entrepreneur Mark Coburn once said, never stop learning. If you stop learning, you stop creating history and you become history. So by continuously upgrading your skills and knowledge, you become a valuable asset to your employer, which can lead to promotions, salary increases as a bonus, and a more fulfilling work environment, and you feel more valued within the workplace. But now let's look at improved cognitive function. So let's talk about the impact of continuous learning on our cognitive function and brain health. So studies have shown that engaging in mentally stimulating activities such as learning a new skill or solving puzzles can improve cognitive function and help prevent age-related cognitive decline. So as a Nobel Prize winner philosophist Richard Feynman, I hope I've said that right, once said, the first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. So don't let your brain fool you in thinking it's too late to learn something new, as it's never too late to start. And I say this for everybody, you're never too old to learn something new. So how the impact of, or how to implement continuous learning. So now that we've talked about the benefits of continuous learning, let's discuss how to implement it in your daily life. So the first step is to identify your learning goals and create a plan to achieve them. This can involve setting aside time each day to read, attend online courses, or work on a personal project. As the entrepreneur and author Jim Rohn once said, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. By taking ownership of your learning and investing in yourself, you can create a life that's fulfilling and rewarding. Now, of course, there will be challenges along the way. For example, time management, lack of motivation, and distractions can all derail your learning efforts. And I know that sometimes, even when I'm learning, I sometimes get derailed by those topics or those areas. But don't worry, you can overcome these challenges by creating a supportive environment and holding yourself accountable. Now, as the motivational speaker Tony Robbins once said, stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. Be willing to adapt and adjust your learning plan as needed, and surround yourself with people who support and encourage your growth. So in conclusion, continuous learning is a powerful tool that can help us achieve personal growth, advance us in our careers, and improve our cognitive function and brain health. So by embracing a growth mindset and making learning a part of our daily lives, we can unlock our full potential and create a life that's fulfilling and meaningful. So, as the philosopher Aristotle once said, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. And I would agree. So let's not just focus on accumulating knowledge, but also on developing our character and values. So we've explored why continuous learning is important and the incredible advantages it brings into our lives. But now we're going to take a closer look and dive into the pros and cons of continuous learning. So now you might be thinking, hang on, Pete, are there any cons to continuous learning? Isn't it all positive? Well, I'm afraid to say, like any other aspect of our life, continuous learning has upsides and it has downsides. So let's now dig into both sides of the coin. First, let's talk about the pros of continuous learning. So, first pro, personal growth. As we already said, continuous learning fuels personal growth like nothing else. So by seeking knowledge and acquiring new skills, we're open to personal breakthroughs and self-discovery. It allows us to expand our horizons, challenge our comfort zones, and unlock our true potential. The more we learn, the more we grow as individuals. Second pro, career advancement. As we said before, continuous learning plays a pivotal role in career development. So in today's competitive job market, as I already said, staying relevant and up to date is essential. So by continually updating your skills and knowledge, you become a valuable asset to your employers. It opens up new career opportunities, allows us to take on more challenging roles, and increases our chances of getting promotions or salary increases or salary rises, whether it's with a new company or with an existing company. And as we said, the third pro is that improved cognitive function. So as I said before, engaging in continuous learning keeps our brains sharp and aligned. Or agile, I should say. Studies have shown that mentally stimulating activities such as we said, learning a new language, solving puzzles, or acquiring new knowledge can help improve your cognitive function and even reduce the risk of cognitive decline as we age. So, continuous learning not only expands our knowledge, but also keeps our minds healthy and active. And I have to say that within the apprenticeship system or in apprenticeship delivery, certain providers are now offering a cognitive learning element to it. And I do the cognitive part in my apprenticeship, and I get reminders every week or every so often telling me that there's a new cognitive activity for me to do. And I find it really interesting and quite challenging sometimes. So, you know, keeping your mind focused is great. And there's another one I've seen before, like you can download apps like Brain Train and things like that. They're great as well. So, that's me babbling on, but now let's turn our attention to the cons of continuous learning. And yes, there are some cons. So the first con is time commitment. So continuous learning requires time and commitment, right? So learning new skills or acquiring knowledge can be time consuming. It means deciding or dedicating hours of focused effort and sometimes sacrificing other activities or hobbies. So balancing our learning goals with our other responsibilities can be challenging, and it's important to find a sustainable approach that works for us. The second con is information overload. Oh my God. So, in the age of information, we have access to an overwhelming amount of content. Amen to that. Now, continuous learning means navigating through a sea of information, filtering out what's relevant and staying focused on our learning goals. It's easy to get overwhelmed or distracted by the sheer volume of resources available. So, it's crucial to develop effective information management systems and stay focused on our learning objectives. And the third con is burnout and pressure. Yes, the pursuit of continuous learning can sometimes lead to burnout if we push ourselves too hard. Setting realistic expectations and continuously striving for perfection can create undue pressure and stress. And we don't need any more pressure or stress in our lives. We've got enough as it is. So it's important to maintain a healthy balance, listen to our bodies and minds, of course, and give ourselves permission to take breaks when needed. Remember, learning should be a joyful and enriching experience. So there you have it, folks. The pros and cons of continuous learning. So why it brings an immense amount of benefits to personal growth, career advancement, and cognitive function, as already addressed in this episode. It also requires time, effort, and effective information management. So finding the right balance is key to making continuous learning a sustainable and rewarding journey. But hang on, we're not finished there just yet. So now let's explore how you can leverage the power of Strength Scope. That's right, Strength Scope. Now, as a lot of you know, I'm a master Strength Scope practitioner, and I also run my own side business called Creativemind. Strength coaching and unlocking your strengths' hidden potential. So with Strength Scope, it's looking at how to use your significant 7 strengths and your bubbling unders. And this can help supercharge your learning journey. So, Strength Scope is a unique tool that helps individuals identify and harness their strengths, empowering them to achieve even greater success. So, let's dive in a bit more on this topic, or this part of how Strength Scope can benefit your continuous learning. So when it comes to continuous learning, understanding your strengths is crucial. So, strengths provide valuable insights into your natural talents, skills, and abilities, allowing you to focus on your learning efforts on areas where you can truly excel. So by building upon your strengths, you can accelerate your learning process and achieve remarkable results. So, one of the key advantages to Strength Scope is the ability to uncover those hidden talents and potentials. So sometimes we underestimate our own abilities or overlook certain strengths, but with Strength Scope, you gain a fresh perspective and discover new avenues for growth and development. So imagine this. You're on a continuous learning journey and you encounter a new subject or a skill that seems challenging. So by leveraging Strength Scope, and that's looking at your significant 7s and your bubbling unders, you can identify the strengths that align with this area and leverage them to tackle the learning process more effectively. It's like having your own personal toolkit tailored to your unique strengths and abilities. And that's why I love strengths, and I always use strengths. Now, Strength Scope is also enhances your self-awareness, allowing you to understand how you naturally operate and learn best. With this knowledge, you can design your learning experience in a way that aligns with your strengths, preferences, and learning styles. And this not only makes the process more enjoyable, but it also maximizes your learning potential. But let's not forget about the importance of a well-rounded development. While strengths are essential, continuous learning also involves expanding your knowledge and your skills in areas that you may not come as natural to you or natural to us. But with Strength Scope, it can guide you in identifying areas for growth and positive insights on how to leverage your strengths to overcome challenges and bridge any skills gaps. Now, you may be wondering how to incorporate Strength Scope into your continuous learning routine. Well, it's simple. Start by taking a Strength Scope assessment with me at Creativemind.zone. The link is in the bio of this podcast episode. And from this, it will provide you with a comprehensive report detailing your significant 7 strengths, your bubbling unders, and your potential drainers, and how it can help you develop. It can also help you reflect on the results, identify areas where you want to focus on your learning efforts, and help create a plan to capitalize on your strengths. That is why with every Strength Scope assessment that I carry out with you, it includes a debriefing session. And I carry out that debriefing session with you, with yours and yours truly, me, Pete, as I am a accredited Strength Scope master practitioner, and I can help you change your mindset and get you off the pathway of limitation to the pathway of possibility and even into the zone of peak performance, both within work and your continuous learning journey. Now, remember, continuous learning is a journey of self-discovery and growth. So by combining the power of continuous learning with Strength Scope, you'll unleash even more of your full potential and achieve remarkable success in both your personal and professional life. So if you're ready to take your continuous learning journey to the next level, explore the incredible possibilities that Strength Scope has to offer, embrace your strengths, overcome challenges, and let your learning soar to new heights, then reach out to me today and let's get your Strength Scope assessment done, because you will be amazed and it will unlock all those hidden potentials of your strengths. So Now, time to wrap up this episode. So again, thank you for tuning into my podcast on the benefits of continuous learning. And I hope that you have found this episode informative and inspiring. And remember, learning is a lifelong journey, and the more you learn, the more you grow. So on that note, just want to say again, thank you for listening. And if you want to listen to this episode again or any previous episodes, then you can always follow me on Apple Music and Amazon Music. Not Apple Music, but Apple Podcasts, I should say, Amazon Music, Spotify, rss.com, and wherever you get your podcasts from. And again, thank you for listening. And until next week's episode, have an amazing week.